Hello everyone, it is Friday, which as you all know means I am going to do something stupid. It is of course Challenge Friday, and unfortunately we have somewhat shoddy weather here. Otherwise I was going to do what Melanie suggested, which is go up to 5 random strangers and ask them what DFTBA means. And I thought that was an awesome idea, but it's not going to work very well when it's rainy out. So instead I have a bowl of 2 ice cubes. I would get a cup, but we're out of clean ones. And I'm gonna stick them in my mouth, because that's apparently what I do here. I also have a few things I want to talk about, so I'm going to try to multitask and talk with the ice cubes in my mouth, which should be entertaining, hopefully. I'm probably gonna need to put subtitles on this. Before I start though, I just feel like pointing out that I am in somewhat of an interesting situation where I am having an exchange of sorts with James, where I talk today and he'll talk on Monday, and then I'll talk back to him on Tuesday, so that's fun. But that's enough of that, and I'll put these guys in. Sorry, just... Wow, this is kind of worse than I thought. Anyways, I'm not really sure how much I want to break away from the discussion we've been having, because, So yeah, talking with the ice cubes in wasn't really working, obviously, so I'm just gonna split screen this, because I still feel like talking. I'm not really sure how much I want to break away from this conversation that we've been having about masculinity and whatnot, and it's just an interesting conversation if you ask me, and I think that there are a lot of facets in this conversation that we haven't even explored. Like, for instance, when Katie pointed out what Jeff said about not wanting to wear skirts, my first thought was to challenge Jeff to wear a skirt. And there are also other challenges that, I don't know, rely on this gender discussion. Of course, these challenges would probably be a bigger deal for the guys to do than Katie because of the things that we've already discussed this week. But there are a few examples. The other big one that comes to mind is when John Green... was it John or Hank? I'm pretty sure it was John who waxed his leg. And while that is sort of a physical punishment as well as a gender-defying one, I suppose, it's interesting. And I'm not really sure if I should say this here, but as a side note, that's kind of something that I think I would be okay doing. Like, I'm not a particularly big fan of having hairy legs, but like I just really can't justify waxing or even shaving because, well, that's kind of weird. Or at least that's what society would have you believe. But you can do pretty much anything if somebody tells you to, because you have that excuse, and yeah. Okay, this isn't so bad anymore. And there are things like gender identity and, of course, sex, which I could definitely talk about for a while, and I think they would be interesting to keep talking about, but I'm not really sure if people would be interested in watching us talk about not really, but essentially the same topic for more than 1 week, and also I'm not really sure if people would find it appropriate, so I'm gonna do another thing which we do on this channel, and that's be indecisive. Yeah, you people who comment, you should... well, comment and tell us what to do, otherwise we'll just leave it to James, which we oftentimes do, and it works out. I guess I should probably give us some options by the time we're trying to decide on something to talk about, so I guess I'll pull out something that Jeff talked about in his video, and I'm pretty sure that Katie touched base on hers as well, and that is driving. I'll try to be succinct here because I know that I've been talking for far too long already, and I don't mean to bore you to tears, and also I have Tuesday to talk about this as well, so it works out. Yeah, though I figure there are a bunch of different ways we could take a conversation about driving because there are so many subtopics. Like, we've already talked a bit about sexism in insurance, and I don't know, personally I wouldn't choose to pursue that because it's not the most interesting topic to me, but we all obviously could have different opinions. Personally, I find much more interesting the processes by which we get our licenses, just because of how different it is in different areas. Like, Jeff kind of talked about his process, and it is nothing like the process down here. Yeah, that was just a suggestion. We would have a lot of freedom should we choose to take the driving route, though, because, I don't know, it's a pretty broad topic, and, I don't know, it could be fun. Maybe tell some road rage stories. Yeah, though I'm gonna wrap it up here because if you've been paying attention to that little box on the screen, I did actually finish my challenge, plus I've been going on for far too long. So, James, I'll see you on Monday, and the rest of you, I will see you on Tuesday. Bye.